tracker. We've got Edium helping us out tonight. We got Spy Pop on the scenes. We just want to thank the tracking because, man, is this tough.
Oh yeah, especially with Keysanity tracking. Not only do you have to look at all the items, you gotta check out what keys are what.
So meanwhile, we're getting our first look at the damn key, and we get our big key of Tower of Hera. Big help, because if we get one more small key, we can full clear that, potentially.
Yeah, we're also gonna, of course, need the mirror to get over there, but hey, that's a step in the right direction.
Details, come on.
Yeah, who needs that? We can just wrong warp, it's fine.
That's one way to get there. So still nothing when we drain the swamp, but given how early we are in the game, Walter making sure that we got a little bit of cash happening.
Now, I don't believe Walter went and got the bow yet, so I think he's just gonna be... Yeah, he's only got the one bomb. I'm not sure if he's gonna risk it or not.
Well, he can open it, but he can't do much else.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to kill the mold arms with nothing.
Oh, I think we'll find out super quick. Well, he was maybe...
Oh!
Bee
he saved the bee!
strats! Very nice. Oh, look at that bee go! Player of the
Lucky.
game!
That was awesome.
And we get our hook shot and our compass again in this tower. Well, that lets us know. And the flippers! I was going to say that lets us know how many items we have, but those flips are really crucial too.
That was fantastic finding right there. And I gotta say, that's a fantastic play for Walter. Because I believe Days Cloud used that golden bee on the chicken coop room prior, but because he's got the bow, that shouldn't be a problem with killing those. As we just saw, of course.
For sure. And we got Walter using that hookshot to stun his way across South Shore, making their way over to the Ice Palace Cave. Presumably, Ice Rod Cave. It's not even 10 minutes in, and I can't even talk yet. So, it's good. It's got something cold.
And hey, look at that, we're live now. Huzzah! Hello, everyone, and sorry that you missed a couple of minutes there, but you found everything entertaining with the black screens, and we thank you for that. As far as stuff that we have found, we've got... Where was the bow again? Wasn't that in Uncle?
The bow was... Yeah, that's right, was in Uncle. Well, Uncle Chest, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of sticking out of him.
It happened. So just to get everyone caught up, for those who are just joining us, we found hookshot and flippers in Mini Moldorm. We just found a key for Misery Mire. We found a couple of big keys. Hera. We found a map to Eastern. We've got a Castle Tower key. But more so for items, we've got Cape in Blind's house. We found the lamp right away at Link's house. We found the gloves in Lost Woods. So that should catch you up if you're just joining us.
And yes, this is a Keysanity Enemizer variant, so not only are we going to have all the fun stuff of Enemizers with the overworld, but this is also boss shuffle. So get that hype in chat for the Helmosaurs. We need the Helmicopter.
I'm rooting for Trinex everywhere.
Oh, good lord.
I've seen a couple where you get to the end of Eastern and whoops, you don't have that ice rock. Well, let's see what the hobo has for us at any rate. And hobo's spreading a little love today.
Gotta love that hobo love.
It's the most affordable love there is.
It is the true love. Because it is something that he desperately needs.
But he's giving it away. But as we know, love grows as we give it away. Anyway, this is taking a wrong turn. Let's just get back to it. So again, right now we don't have a lot of progression, but we do have those gloves. So we're going to finally get our first check at Back of Escape.
Oh, it's not too bad. No beams, so we don't have to worry about that.
For sure. Now, I'm not sure if this is going... Wait, we have a Moon Pearl Well, there we go. That gets us our way. We've got our waterfall fairy check, getting that big key to Skull Woods. Well,
Oh
that's one
man.
chest we can check.
Oh, we've almost got the trifecta of useless big keys. We just need the Ice Palace big key and we're set.
That always happens unless there's an important item in the big chest of Ice Palace, and Ice Palace being Ice Palace, it's gonna Ice Palace us.
Uh-huh.
So now we go up to Zora, and there's a key. So we're definitely gonna have to pick that one up.
Early key hunting is just aggravating in a sense, not only for players, but the fact that we have so many quote-unquote useless small keys to go through. It's like, all right, is this going to be the good one?
And we're getting a lumberjack ledge check here. And there is a key. Oh dear. Well, remember I said about strapping in, this could be a long night?
Oh, yes.
So, Chad, are we looking for the Aga play? Or the Aga, and there's the other castle tower key. Oh
Ooh.
dear. Yeah, Aga's, look, we got a lamp. We've got a cape. We have access to 2 castle tower keys.
We're a sword away, buddy.
Yeah, wow, this could be a thing. Or a swagnet at that point, too.
Oh, this would be so beautiful if it was an oops all dungeons.
Well, I'm reclined and comfy. How about you?
Yeah, I've got the air conditioning back on. I've got some ice cream. We're good.
Meanwhile, we're getting the most beautiful color of puce on Death Mountain. There's our... Oh, boy, there's our sword.
Enemizer's being nice, replacing the bush crab with a rock crab.
And with that hook shot, no surprise that Walter's going to do a nice hit up of East Death Mountain. But first, we're going to get our spectacle rock check. Or, no, yes, no, yet. Okay, yeah, we're definitely getting a spectacle rock check here.
I have to say, I kind of like the palette shift for Death Mountain. I mean, it kind of looks like pistachio flavored ice cream.
Gone nuclear, yes, but still. Oh, well, we do have a compass. Boy. Well, yeah, that's definitely not worth grabbing at this point, because these runners know how many items are in each dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
So for those who are new and who are just joining us, as a reminder, we don't know which dungeon is a pendant dungeon, which dungeons are crystal dungeons, and we won't know unless we pick up the map, because even the music is randomized, so we have no way of knowing. But the compass simply shows how many chests you have or haven't gotten, which if you're playing Keysanity and you still need to keep count of that, you might want to change your settings. Oh,
Ooh.
and we have an ether. We have an early ether here in Paradox.
That's nice. I mean, not only does that help with some tricky rooms, that can also open up Misery Mire Turtle.
Well, we can only hope. A lot of baby Helma kitties today.
Oh, I remember that from the other night. Helmet Kitties. I'm gonna use that from now on.
Oh, I've never stopped. Dino and with King Dino Kitty. Let's see if but with this being an Enemizer, we might not see him.
Aw.
So we get a big piece of love, cash. We got there's our useless taco. We get a big key for Eastern. Wow, double big key for Thieves Town.
Ooh. Now that's interesting because that means Eastern Palace is full clearable, and we'll know what it is.
For sure. And we also, with Thieves Town, unless we have something in that big chest, because we did not do pot shuffle tonight. So if I'm not mistaken, there should still be a key under that pot there, no?
Yeah, there definitely should be.
So we could do a lot of damage in Thieves Town as well. Meanwhile, we got Walter heading into Spiral Cave.
Spiral Cave, Spiral Cave.
Walter's going through Spiral Cave. Copyright broken here. I don't care. Filling time, look out. walking through Spiral Cave.
Beautiful.
And if the timing of that wasn't perfect, we got a buck for that.
Yeah, I think that kind of shows how well the audience received that. But that's okay.
Again, it's gonna be a long night, folks. We're just having fun.
Exactly.
So no surprises with that Eastern map and Eastern Big Key. We are totally heading to desert. I mean, Eastern.
Definitely not going the opposite direction. No siree.
And we got Dazed Cloud falling a little bit behind in Walter's footsteps, doing the paradox. Going to get their ether also, and a bunch of big keys here. So what is Old Men? Well, Old Men can also tell us about a green pendant. Give us a little bit of info here. Which
Aww. He's not
we
going to talk to him.
Maybe on the way out. Who knows? We get a TR. We get a G. Again, another useless map. Unless we know that it's going to be a pendant dungeon at GT. Just kidding. So Skull Woods is our green pendant.
Oh yeah, now we just have to hope that Turtle Rock is a pendant. So we'll get our Fire Rod and GT, baby.
Oh, that would be killer. That would be killer.
Oh man, this Eastern Palace walk is just mean. We got spikes in some areas. We've got the big spikes in both areas over here.
And we had an exploding thief, which you don't normally get or able to do. Except here, we got a couple of anti-fairies. And Walter, the first one to get inside of a dungeon. Now, again, music not helping us. Walter hasn't told us yet whether this is a pendant or a crystal yet.
I mean, we'll find out here in about 5 minutes,
But would have been nice to know. I mean, couldn't he just check on his map to know whether this is worth going through?
Right? It's like he's not even being nice enough to the people watching. How rude.
No, so selfish. Not even thinking about trying to win and getting information.
Gosh. It's as if he's only playing for himself.
I think we're sounding a little too belligerent.
Okay, fine.
But wait, we have a little problem because Walter hasn't got Bo. He can't finish this because he hasn't been to Castle yet. He hasn't been to dungeon. He does have Master Sword, which again, that Aga play with those 2 keys is looking pretty darn good at this point.
The plus here is that I don't believe we're on Chaos boss shuffle, so there should be. Oh, I'm bad with numbers. What is that? 10 bosses with 3 duplicates?
It should be, yes.
Okay, so technically we've got. Oh, what is that? If we're lucky and only have 1 Armos, we've only got a 1 in 13 chance of getting Armos here. And since all the Enemizer stuff is taken out, the Igors and the Red Mimics and all that fun stuff, we don't have to worry about bow-locked enemies.
But we do know that the boots are in Mire.
Ooh.
So if something gets boots locked, we're on a hunt for Flute as fast as we can.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I mean, honestly, at this point in the game, if you get a hint saying, hey, boots are in Mire, it's kind of a long way away. I wouldn't be like, oh man, as soon as I get those Titans Mints and a Flute, I'm outie.
Oh no, for sure. We have to see if something's even locked in the first place. But it also means that you could probably breathe a sigh of relief that a lot of what you have access to won't be a problem.
Very true. Because, yeah, you could look at it like this. Since boots are going to be so far away, most of the stuff that's boots locked probably won't be necessary at the moment.
You know, getting that standard pot key, so that's all she wrote for keys in Eastern.
Ooh, and I think Daze is going to go ahead and give us that hint check.
Let's hope it's useful. So we need a key in Hera that's fire locked, and we need a key for Hera.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about going down there, because small key to Misery Mire, it's one of the few dungeons you don't ever need a small key for.
Well, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, logically, you still need them, but these guys are veterans at this game. They've played long enough; they could do it blindfolded.
Oh, that's a fun little room. Getting that key. Oh my
Oh, good
gosh.
lord!
Walter with the movement. Oh, trying to avoid.
Watch out for the Chad.
Let's get through that. Let's get through the Hinox and get out of there. Okay, we're decent.
Yay!
Oh, see that Enemizer, and we've got an early spike. Oh, this is just cruel. I love it.
This is why Enemizer is so great. You get some of the weirdest rooms.
We have, sorry, the getting shot from the pedestal. Oh my goodness. So Days Cloud again, definitely following in Walter's footsteps. Walter with some really solid routing for the first 20 minutes here.
Now, I do have to say, I find it funny that those bomb chuckers die from one bomb, but take like 4 slashes. Oh my.
Oh, interesting. And if only he had a little more magic, that ether would be really nice right about now.
Oh yes.
Oh man. But you're talking about it takes like a gajillion hits, but only one of another. Ever play a game called Mega Man?
Yeah. I am fond of throwing lemons at my enemies.
See, we gotta teach you about jumping ones. Anyway, there's one bomb. Oh man, this is a tight room.
Ooh.
And there's the full magic. Let's see what we get here. Our first.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh no. Now I'm. Yeah,
It
he's
is
going with
doable. It is doable, but
How many sword slashes does it take?
somewhere north of a dozen easily. Oh wow.
Times 6.
Sorry.
Yeah, a dozen times 6.
Oh yeah, per. So we're gonna be here for at least Days Cloud has a chance to catch up.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Because by the time Walter's gonna be done with Armos Knights, Days Cloud is probably gonna have made it all the way through the dungeon.
Well, we won't have to worry about switching the audio then. They'll be matched up with each other.
Oh wow. So fine weather we're having, eh, Scruff Ninja Tuna?
Oh yes. I'm enjoying the festivities of big blue men bouncing. I would assume that the Armos Knights are male.
I don't know. I choose to think we live in an egalitarian society, and the whole point of the armor is it's the great equalizer. No identity is known, and women can jump just as high as men, and they can stab just as well. I choose to believe that they're 50-50. Besides, one of them does turn that lovely shade of crimson.
Oh yes.
Could sort of be pink. Which,
Funny
by
bit
the
of
way,
trivia.
used to be a boy's color back in
I was
yesterday.
just about to say.
Exactly, which is actually a very male color. And with the poke strats, almost there. Come on, you got this, Walter.
Hey.
The hardest earned red rupee in Hyrule, Walter at 25 minutes, which about 12 of them spent fighting Armos Knights, gets their first crystal.
Very nice.
Oh, I love Keysanity Enemizer days.
Oh yes.
So, looking at what's available, other than maybe an Agita check, I think Walter's going to be going to get their bow, because my guess is the next place they're going to be checking. They've got both Castle Tower keys at this point. Going to get that bow, probably going to curse the skies about that.
I was gonna say, I think we're gonna get a couple of rage slashes. I'm hoping for a couple of rage slashes.
I'd be fine with a bomb drop too, just any kind of expression of self-reflection.
I'm like, I could have used this about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, and get ready, here comes the Schadenfreude. Taking care of that mimic. And there it is.
Yes, got 2 of them.
Meanwhile, we got Days Cloud making their way through Eastern. We love you too, Days Cloud. We know you're working hard, and both of these runners, by the way, are working incredibly hard for you tonight, so please do give them both a follow. It takes tremendous courage to get yourself on the restream, especially with a seed like this, so please, these two runners, definitely give them a follow.
Just ignore the thing in chat right there, because that's wrong. But those are some awesome runners too, so feel free to click.
In fact, just pick someone randomly in chat and start following them too.
Exactly. Branch out, get to know people, make friends.
We call that the hobo love of Link to the Past Randomizer.
I hear that captain fellow is pretty cool.
I also heard that Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna guy is great. Oh, wait. Never mind.
That's a dirty lie, man.
Meanwhile, we got Walter heading down to rescue Zelda. And boy, is she well guarded tonight.
What a place for a pot, holy cow.
You always have to wonder who the interior designers were. And kind of go, did you really think this through? I mean, these rooms that only lock from one side. I want to know how these guards who stand behind these locked doors, how do they eat?
Right?
Oh, there's a Meyer key, one of a gajillion.
Just another 2 more and we can do absolutely nothing.
But meanwhile, we have Daze Cloud with the ether strats that we were hoping to see. Not getting as far as he hoped, but they still take 50 shots, but nonetheless, they're much easier to kill.
Here's a fun bit for you. Why does the ether work on mummies?
I don't know. Why does it work on mummies?
Because it's not a daddy emblem.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I love it.
Meanwhile, we got Walter taking the Death Warp. And you gotta wonder, are they thinking the Aga play?
Well, I would go for Dark Crossroads first.
Oh, it's a bit of a Hail Mary at this point, but we'll find out. Meanwhile, Daze Cloud taking down Armos Knight significantly faster. And we're back to having a race.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Daze Cloud decides to go ahead and do the front of Escape, or just go straight to Aga.
Well, did Daze Cloud pick up? Yeah, Daze Cloud picked up both keys as well for Castle Tower.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, that's terrifying to go wandering in the dark and then have a skeleton drop from the ceiling.
Oh, I call those Tuesdays.
Oh! No,
Oh! Getting bodied.
Oof. That's gonna be a tough room to go through. I figure, yeah, I was gonna say, it's too early to orphan it, so I think we're gonna see a couple of tries. He's got enough magic, so he could use that cape, no problem.
Oh, definitely. Let's just hope he remembers to this time, because, man, that was a brutal room.
Hey, get ready for this spoopy jump scare.
So let's Now let's also see what other areas can we check. We have an Agina cave check that we haven't done yet. But near as I can tell, there's not much else.
No one has done Zora yet, so we can go ahead and check him out.
That's true. Daze Cloud has enough rupees to do that.
True.
Meanwhile, nothing going in Dark Cross. So unless Zora magically has Hammer or Titan's Mitt, we have an Aga seed here.
Yep, and I've seen those seeds before. They can be uber trolly, where they'll give you everything to push you towards Aga, and then the last second they'll be like, oops.
Well, Walter's not taking that bait. Walter's playing the laws of averages here. And doing that Castle Tower. You know what? If I were in his shoes, I would be doing the exact same play.
Oh yeah, definitely a wise thing. Now, fun part is we can actually still get the hammer in one of these 2 chests. It's just like what, a 2 out of 187 chance?
Yeah, however many chests we've already checked.
Well, there's some blueberries right there, so that's one out of the way.
Not holding out much hope. Oh, with the fire bar right away.
Hi, welcome to Aga Tower. Have some fire.
This looks like, oh, there we go. Now we're getting some good capes. Whoa, jeez. Some very scary cape strats happening.
Oh my god. Okay, so we've got a fire roller. We've got two of those little things, and oh, he's not even gonna bother with Aga.
No, he's noping out of there.
I don't blame you.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, we only have 2 more checks left before we have to. Walter definitely looking like he's heading towards Agina.
Oh, and someone in chat is pointing out that Walter hasn't actually made it to Zora yet. They never picked up that second castle tower key off the ledge.
That would be why they can't go further. Oh my. So Days Cloud, depending on what happens.
Yeah, this may put Dazed in the lead.
So the only issue for Days, of course, is having visited Zora. Will he remember? Well, yep, Walter's stacking to go to Zora at this point. 3 rupees short. Days Cloud done with that. So we could be getting a big fish check to see what kind of troll we might have.
Ooh, really lucky pull with that. Would you call him a rock crab? Or
I always call them cash crabs.
Mr. Krabs.
Whatever it takes. Meanwhile, we've got Days Cloud, who's got both keys, done the Zora check, mostly. Didn't give money to the big scammer, but again, with a 1 out of 216 chance in total of there being something valuable, playing those odds. So this could make or break the early part of this race. Walter with the bad bet, doing the compass at Agina.
And I can guarantee you we're about to go see him check out Zora.
502 rupees. He can get himself a little candy bar afterwards.
Now we'll see how Dazed does with the Maze of Death.
Well, he's got full magic, so we shall see. And we've got our... that's actually my first check of Highly Island. Berna, nice quality of life. Not needed if we got Cape.
Oh, good lord, there's a chain chomp. There's 2 chain chomp.
This is awesome. This is everything you hope an Enemizer to be.
Ooh.
Painful and deadly.
Oh, I feel bad at the same time. I love it.
Again, as CHADENFREUDE spells Enemizer. And thank you, Evan UQ, for allowing me to spell that word really, really quickly.
I love that show.
That is a brilliant show. Only if you're over 16 years old, folks. So please, if you're young and don't bother Googling it. Most of the jokes will go over your head anyway.
Very true.
All right, so are we going to have the Fish of Wall Street? Or are we going to have a giant dose of fishy generosity? Or are we just going to get bodied by a crab?
Probably all of them.
Oh boy, this is it. This is how... Oh no! So we now know Dazed Cloud is definitely in the lead at this point. But again, this is so unbelievably early in the race. So much can happen. It's not even funny.
Let's see if we get any more slashes here. No, but quick save and quit. He's going to be heading back to his house.
And ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, we have an Aga Seed.
Woohoo! And just one more before it's a pet seed.
Well, unfortunately, we know that Fireside Mire is not going to be needed tonight, so I'll have to hold on to my 17-second Did You Know fact for another time.
Well, that did say unique item, and we got a boot hint earlier about the boots being in Mire, so that could have been our boot.
Maybe. Well, maybe we could get lucky.
Besides, I really need that 17-second hint.
Dude, well, need is such a strong word. Well, we got Days Cloud making their way up to Aga 1 and running for their life and getting knocked off.
Whoops.
And they're out of magic, so there's no cape
Oh.
strat. This is just called run and... Oh!
Good lord, these fire bars.
Now, Walter, of course, having no magic at all to speak of.
Cross your fingers, folks.
Yeah, I mean, I like that cutscene as much as anybody. I'm watching... Nice, because he did already check that chest. He didn't have to make their way through the other way. All right.
Is this Bowser's castle? What's going on with all these chain shops?
So, now that we're here at Aga 1, I see some integers in chat. I know it's not about getting sour. It's blue ball time. How many are we going to get? We can get up to 15, folks. What do you say, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna?
I always like to guess 16 in the hopes that someone misses a shot.
I'm going to say 3 today. I'm feeling 3. Well, there's 1. We got some pretty conservative guesses in chat.
Not bad placement so far.
No, I'm almost disappointed if we only get 1. Ah, there we go. 1 more and I win something. I don't know what.
I respect and admiration. Which
Oh, I can't win something that doesn't exist. There's 3. And I'm going to win because the next shot is guaranteed, and I'm pretty sure we've got 5 hits already.
Bada bang.
Oh. And Melissa Angel YT gets to share in the love of guessing 3 tonight, along with me.
Dun dun.
So without a hammer, we can't do a lot on the east side of the world. We can check out a catfish, but my guess is we're going to be using those flippers or hookshot to make our way over to west side of Hyrule as pretty quick as we can.
Oh yeah. Now this is where a bit of fun comes into play, because we've only got 1 small pod key, and that doesn't logically open up a whole heck of a lot. But since we got a potion, if we get some juice, we can do an awesome glitch.
Which I do hope we get to see, because it's one of those simple to do, but looks really cool.
And then we've got another glitch that is not quite as simple, but also super cool.
So we do have our angry fish check, having to go the long way around because we don't have Titan's Mitt or boots, though we do know where boots are.
That is a plus. The only problem is, of course, where they're located. It's going to be pretty late in the game.
Well, unless we get a mitt and a flute right now, and what was that you were saying about noping out of there and getting... I'm outie, I think you said exactly.
Yes,
See, I don't just track items, I track pithy comments. And Dave's got probably having a pithy comment or 2 for angry fish, getting nothing from the cat tonight.
But is going to take those chopsticks away.
So meanwhile, we got Walter taking down Aga 1. We got 2 dead wizards.
Ta-da!
So the question is Walter going to do the angry fish check or just go immediately to West Side Hyrule?
No, I think it would actually be wiser to go ahead and just go check out West Side.
Well, I mean, we know it's probably the right idea.
Oh, wait, sorry. West Side!
You were waiting for that, weren't you? Oh, and
Yeah,
a roller to get through the hammer pegs. Oh, that's just awesomely cruel.
Go, geez, Louise.
And Walter realizing, wait a minute, I can't do much damage. Nor does he have enough money to even get into getting into pod at all anyway, so...
Yeah, you kind of need to pay off that monkey.
Well, Walter avoiding the angry fish check and making their way, so we're about a screen or 2 apart right now for these 2 runners. It's a nice close game.
Ooh, that's right. We've also got the cape, so we're going to get a quick bumper ledge check. And it's blueberries.
Well, wild ones growing on the mountainside taste better.
Too true.
So Walter is in fact going to do the catfish check. Kind of can't blame them since it's about the only thing you can do on this side of the world. Looks like we're getting a dip into Skull Woods.
Not bad. I mean, we can open up the big chest. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 other small chests we can look at.
That's actually a decent amount. And wondering if they remember that they did pick up that big key for Thieves Town, which means we can do a lot of damage down there.
Also, really awesome use of the hookshot right there, because those big old spike dealies just, they hurt.
No, we're setting up a nice simple bomb jump. This is actually one of the easier bomb jumps to do in the game.
Now, can they avoid getting hit? And he's good!
And another Dark Palace small key. That is hard to say really fast. And the fastest Death Warp available, they're going to save and continue, and basically just get a health refill.
Always good to use your Death Warps correctly.
So meanwhile, we got Daze Cloud doing the other frontside checks we can do right now. Like I said, there are 2 more available at this point.
Now, fun thing, the pinball room over to the right still has just a small key in it, so that way there's no soft locks.
Always useful and lovely. We got a fetch quest.
Hold on, I gotta try and get the best impression voice. Do you want to do a fetch quest?
That was creepy, but we have a bacon sword, the nice huge upgrade. Great quality of life, makes Ganon infinitely more killable.
It just makes the game a whole lot more interesting to play.
And there's that soft locking small key.
Always a joy.
I've always called it the key of lack of surprise. I'm very imaginative, what can I say? My mom thought I was special. So meanwhile, we got Daze Cloud doing all they can do. Oh no, we got one more check to do. Sorry, I apologize. We do have one more check past the pressure switch.
Walter doing an interesting setup for the bomb jump. And it pays off with another pod small key.
We actually have a fairly easy room. I don't see any wall masters here. Oh no, there it is. And we get crunched by the cells.
Oof.
Well, round 2. Fight!
Some magical ceiling skeletons.
Well, we can't all be winners. So, let's hope it's worth it for all of this effort, because man, oh man, this is a well-earned chest tonight. All of these chests are well-earned tonight, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So meanwhile, we got Walter not that far behind. Like I said, this race can change on a dime. Or on a red rupee, whichever you prefer. And it's worth it. We get a big key of TR.
That is an awesome find.
That is a huge find. Unless TR is not required, in which case that's a sucky find.
Yeah, no one wants to do Laser Bridge if they don't have to.
But that's the weird thing about this kind of randomizer is we don't know which dungeon is which.
Yep, not until we get a map check from a map.
And no one's helping us out at all with any of these checks.
Curse them.
Yeah, we've been waiting 45 minutes to get any information whatsoever, and we're getting nothing here.
Well, at least we're finally getting our Village of Outcasts check. Got 3 items here, plus a total of 7 that's accessible in Thieves Town, so let's see. It's a Compass to Hera.
Though there is a really cool side effect, as we're hearing in chat about, because everything is randomized, we do get to hear the pendant dungeon music more often, which it's a wonderful piece that you don't get to hear much in Randomizer, because unless we're doing an all dungeon seed, we generally don't want to hear that music at all.
That is true.
And if you haven't played Link Between Worlds, the remix they do for that one of the Light World dungeon music is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, heck yes it is. I actually think there is an MSU pack for that.
There is. I may have employed it once or twice. Walter taking a death with the fairy. That might have been an intentional death warp and not realizing that they had a fairy, which is rather unfortunate.
It still works. 7 heart refill. Makes it a little easier than saving and quitting.
True. So we got Daze Cloud going into Thieves Town. We have 4 easy checks at the beginning with some really scary stuff happening around. Oh, the Raven of Evil. Oh, wait, no, that Raven's down below. It's on another level.
Oh,
That's why we couldn't get anything out of it.
oh,
Get
the
a little
joys
loopy.
of multi-layering effects and programming.
It is what it is. So, we've got Daze Cloud continuing through. And again, Walter, like, a minute behind at most. This is nice and close, everybody.
Oof. At least everyone's luck is somewhat as good as mine tonight. That little bit of power outage I had earlier, apparently I'm right on the cusp of the lucky people that got their power back on.
Yeah, I was mentioning it. I'm located elsewhere, but our power went out for a couple hours earlier tonight. I was worried I might even miss the race, but thankfully, Hydro Company decided to do their job. That Lionel being really pesky and difficult, especially we don't have any armor at all, so we got 7 hearts. It means 7 hearts.
Mm-hmm. 2 hugs and then we're gone.
So now we have our map of Thieves Town, but still no indication as to whether or not this is a pendant or crystal.
Now the safe bet right now is that with a lot of Keysanity, chances are good you're gonna have to just do a lot of checks, and that means going into every dungeon anyway.
Fair enough. Now, the one piece of information we do have is we do know that Skullwoods is the green pendant. Because Old Man told us so. Oh, we
Ooh.
get a Dino Kitty!
Oh, it's not the
Oh,
spinning one that I wanted, but it's a good step in the right direction.
well, it gets us going. Doing the bomb strat. Now, is this technically in logic?
Oh yes, because you can kill Helmosaur with bombs, it expects you to be able to do that as long as you have bombs.
And with how many bombs does it take to get rid of that mask?
4 double hits.
Very nicely done. We got a bacon sword. This should be a piece of bacon.
Piece of bacon. Mm.
We have double Dino Kitty. Down goes one of them.
And what do we get?
I can't. It's a big key of Dark Palace.
Oh man, the irony in that.
Oh boy. Well, like you said, we have to do a lot of checks.
Well, at least we know at this point if Pod is a crystal, then we definitely need to do this one.
Wow, that's a big find right there.
Now, thankfully, I still have, what is this, a 1 in 12 chance of getting my my helicopter kitty.
I got everything I can cross for you, my friend. I too enjoy seeing spinning Jurassic felines.
Helmosaur, Helmicopter.
Interesting, Walther opting to get out. Not bothering to do
Ooh.
any other checks.
Now, truthfully, that could bite him, but at the same time, it could help him, because if there is something in that Thieves Town dig chest, he doesn't have to double dip it once he finds that small key and the hammer.
That is true.
Oh my gosh, this really is just the hell way.
Oh, wow. And hold your breath. What do we got here? Actually,
Oh no. Beamosaurus.
This is pretty awful.
Don't hit the switch,
Oh.
just run. Just run.
No, he's hitting that switch, man. He's like, we don't need no stinking hints. I mean, we got Walter heading towards dig game. All right, nobody ever plays this. How many digs? Let's get a number guessing game going in chat right now, quick as we can. I'm gonna say 12. Well, it was 5. That was pathetically short and pointless. Meanwhile, we have Olhado's chest here in the attic.
That's just mean.
All right, I'll take that one back. Olhado, if you're watching, we love you to death here at Speed Gaming. Like, crazy time.
But I can guarantee you, from now on, you will always check that chest.
Absolutely, and Stumpy giving us some fairy love here. Oh, yeah, we're getting a little world tooler here on Walter, heading probably towards Hype Cave.
Ooh, let's see what we can call our cave this time.
And also, oh, we still need a mirror to get access to Swamp. Oh, we're also going to get our 5-6 crystal check right now, because we're going to go to the bomb merchant. Let's see what we got. Oh, Ice Palace and Turtle Rock are 5-6.
Oh ho ho.
Oh, everybody, we got a long night, but we also got half magic.
Very nice, convenient. Now, fun part so far, none of the chests in the back half of these down were required, other than that half magic for convenience, and we got a mirror.
Mirror!
Holy cow.
Hype. DP and our flute. Oh wow!
This is Blue Cave.
This is very hype. I'm calling this one like 8.5 or 9 right here.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that, well, okay, what would give it a 10 out of 10 for you?
If we ended up getting a sword and a piece of armor along with it.
Oh, well, that's just asking for the moon, and... Well, we all know what happens in Zelda when we ask for that.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, Walter with a couple of, pod keys, enough rupees to get there, and the big key, making a play.
Now, here's the fun part. If he ignores the front chest that's locked behind a small key, and ignores the harmless hellway, he can, oh, and does the hammer jump, he can clear everything else with just those 2 small keys.
Now, does Walter do the hammer jump?
I'm not 100% sure, and it is pretty tricky. You have to line yourself up on 2 different formats, an X and Y, pixel perfect. And if you don't, you ain't gonna make it.
And the question in chat, do we have the big key of pod? Yes, we do. So we can do a little bit of damage over here. And let's see what we get in our first check here with Walter. Again, we have that mirror. Nice quick zoom back out. And Dave's Cloud finding out just how hype their hype cave is. And again, we've got Walter back in the lead here. So again, this lead change stuff, it can happen on a dime.
Oh yeah, that is the joy of both Enemizer and Keysanity. And we finally get a map check. Pod and Swamp are our 2 and 4 crystals, respectively.
And we already know where our 5 and 6 are with Ice and TR. So, and we also know that Skull Woods is our green pendant. So we just need to learn about Meyer,
And
Hera.
I think actually Meyer was our other pendant. I think that's our pendant of wisdom.
Oh, so then we know all of our dungeons at this point.
Nice.
Not too shabby.
So yeah, Thieves Town boss was 100% required.
Wow. Great play by both runners to take care of Helena Kitty. Unfortunately, not getting much in pod right now.
See, now this is... Oh, I forgot he doesn't have the hammer. Okay, this is going to be the tricky part. You need 2 small keys if you go the legit way. Oh, legit. The front way. You need items in the swamp. Wait, what?
Yes, which is really cool, but we can't get very far because we don't have... Wait, we do get a Titans... What? I was going to say, we can't get very far without a hammer, but... If that's not a required double dip, I don't know what is.
And oh my god, those rollers.
Well, we've seen a lot of rollers. Just wait till they try to do the hammer bridge, making their way up to Pyramid. That was pretty much a roller rink right there.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Great wheels of spikes, too. Daze Cloud gonna get some info here. We've got our powder.
Our bag of magic.
Now opening up Bat once we get a hammer, too. And a little quality of life for the anti-fairies, assuming there are still any in.
Oh my gosh. Alright, that's another thing you do not want to see on the bridge, because this will make the hammer yump impossible.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, the good news is we still have 3 more checks we can do. We have Daze Cloud. Where are they going?
I wonder, now they're going the long route around.
And unfortunately, Pod is a bust right now. Because we are a day late and a key short.
Yarp, sadly that Titan's Mid's not going to be able to do much.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure Walter is... Oh no, there's one more check we can... No, he needs a key for that. Is he going for it?
Oh
He's
my
going
gosh,
for
he
it!
is. What a well, not anymore, he's gonna die.
Yeah. He'll realize
Oh, wait.
that.
Is he? What in the world is he doing?
I have no... You can't set a bomb while you're invisible, sir.
And you have 1 heart, dude. It's not gonna work.
Oh.
Wait, he's got a fairy. Oh, I think I know what he's trying to do. Oh, never mind. He didn't do it right.
Well, let's hear the hypothesis.
Okay. There's a cool thing that I learned through the qualifiers a little bit ago. That you can do a hover trick. Well, it won't be in this scenario because we don't have the boots. But if you are thrown across a hole or something, anything that would normally make you fall, while you die and then get revived, you have a platform to stand on, even though you are dead. Well, and revived. So if he were to bomb jump with 1 heart, he would go to the left side, get revived, and then be able to walk north to that big chest.
I wish we had seen that. That sounds absolutely incredible.
That would have been awesome. And I've seen it a few times with that hover aspect that I mentioned, but I've never seen it with the hammer jump.
That is crazy town. So we're getting a few new people in chat. Welcome to the evening. If you're just joining us, this is a Keysanity Enemizer race with a pallet shuffle to boot, because who needs good eyesight anyway?
I am a big fan of nausea, so this works.
Well, I got some syrup of Ipecac if you want to get your party started that much quicker.
Oh my.
Yay, poison control chests. Anyway, I had a cat named Segway once. We are getting our first flute.
Rudy toot toot.
So the goose is loose. The duck is amok. The Audubon is off the lawn. Come on, chat. You can do better.
The bird is heard.
Oh, all hail the magic quail from Poseidon's Shadow. I like that.
I like that one too. That's a good one. And it would actually give us some logical reasoning as to why that duck is in the Dark World at the end of the... If it's magic...
And we're getting bird is the word. Albatross is off the cross. I like that one. Meanwhile, we're getting that mushroom check-in here. Daze Cloud gonna learn they're not gonna get a heck of a lot out of Pod. What do we get from the witch? What are they brewing? They're brewing a shovel!
Hey, you wanna do another fetch quest?
That's beautiful. A fetch quest to a fetch quest.
If we find the book in the flute spot...
Well, that would just be gloriously beautiful.
Yo, dog, I heard you like fetch quests.
Well, we so far like Aga 1 seeds. What if we get book? Then we get a ped check.
Yeah.
And that ped check is something like Fire Rod.
Well, it
Oh.
wouldn't be Fire Rod in particular, but I'd
No,
like
we
to
couldn't
think...
do it. Darn it, we couldn't do it. But what? There's got to be something it could be on pet at this.
Let's see. It could be
Well,
Ice Rod, Bombos, Quake. Ooh, it could actually be the hammer.
well, we do get a very important Desert Palace key. And since DP is a crystal, wait, are we getting that on Days Cloud?
Yep, he's gonna try it now. I think, yeah, they've got enough hearts they can survive it, but I think we're gonna get that hammer yump. Ooh, this is gonna be dangerous. Oh, it doesn't quite get it though. Good attempt. Good attempt.
Oh, definitely. Bravo, Days Cloud, for putting on a show. And if I haven't said it 50 times already, please, if you haven't given these runners a follow, please do so. They're putting on an incredible show for you in an incredible seed that is just absolutely either great fun or no fun to play, depending on how you want to look at it.
Great to watch and a disaster to play.
Like so many of my performances.
I know
Well, I'm
that
not
feels.
called the Base Beast for nothing, you know. I do actually do other things on stream. But we have Walter heading into Hera. And we're getting our first look. Nothing down in the basement. We do get a hint, though. Palace of Darkness key in a heart container is an... Oh, pod. That could be very important. Because we need all those pod keys we can get.
Oh yes. Since we've already opened up the front door there, we're gonna need at least 5, and since I doubt our guys are gonna be able to do that, we're gonna want 6.
And meanwhile, Days Cloud getting their bird out of the way, so we now have our transport device. Let's see where they're going. We're going straight to Meyer here. Gonna get a Meyer check for the medallion. Meanwhile, we got Walter still making the way up. Hera. Gonna do our quick Meyer shed. What do we? They do it so quickly. Were you able to see that, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna?
Oh, that was Ether.
Oh my!
So we are a cane and a fire rod away from being able to do a pedestal. Because don't we already have our Misery Mire big key?
I'm pretty sure we do.
Oh no, we've only got the 2 small keys.
Are you sure? I thought we got our big one.
I think we got a hint for the big key.
Oh, that's what you see. When those dialog boxes pop up. Meanwhile, we getting our checkerboard cave check.
And
What do we got?
Ooh.
And another Dark Palace key.
Nice. So that... Whoa.
We have Mothula. Well, the good news about this one, no spikes, so every hit does something. Just keep whacking him in a corner. That was fast. Blink and you miss it from Walter.
And we got those 2 lonely spikes just sitting there. Just
they're kind of floating there, actually. They're like anti-grav spikes.
They're magic spikes.
That is unfortunate. Let's see where things progress from here. We did get our Agina check. Agina. I never know how to pronounce that name.
Fart caveman.
I'll take that one. Alright, so let's think here. We really need a hammer. Because
Yeah,
we
we do.
can't complete Dark Palace. So at this point, that's probably the big thing that our runners are looking for.
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to think of... Oh, wait. We actually... No, we need the small key for Swamp, too.
Yes, we do. We can't get very far. So right now, I'm with Days Cloud. We're getting a Meyer Dippity-Doo.
Oh, wait. Maybe Boots will actually bring us... Okay, earlier we were talking about how we'd need the mitts and the flute ASAP if we were going to use that Boots hint to unlock anything special. We got it.
Did we? Because have we done a desert dive that I missed?
Not yet.
But how much
So-
you want to bet there's something on that pedestal, on that torch?
That is true.
That might be why the boots are needed. We've also got our King's Tomb. And wow, it's almost like I'm prescient because check out on Walter's side, we're getting our Poe ledge and probably our no, we don't have boots to do our King's Tomb check yet, but we're in the neighborhood, so I felt pretty good about that.
We're one step away.
Like I always say, and many others have before me, close enough only horseshoe and hand grenade.
Chase that crab.
And what do we got now?
Well, we had a compass in the graveyard ledge. I think Walter is going to go ahead and possibly do his Flutie Toot Toot action.
Well, Walter already activated it, so the
that's
question is
right.
where's he going?
Hopefully to find those Titans mitts.
That would be incredibly helpful because again we have a lead change, dazed. Let's see what we find in Meyer. We got 2 small keys, which is great.
And we know that one of the unique items, at the very least in here, is the boots.
Well, we got a bucket load of cash. And the good news is we do get an extra key under that pot over here.
Oh yeah. See, this is where... Yeah, this is where I was saying about the Misery Mire keys being kind of useless, because... I'm kind of going... Ooh, okay, that's
desert.
good.
Now we have a fully completable desert, because I know we got the Desert Palace small key already.
Yep, so as long as boots aren't anything, or the torch isn't anything, we're good.
But we're getting those boots now.
True. Now, the hint that we got only said that boots were in Misery Mire, and that there was a unique
item. Fireside
but
lock.
Just a unique item. Didn't specify. And we could have multiple.
Oh, you and your teasing.
I kind of like what chat was going with. Ooh,
oh,
yes!
We got boots!
That means there is one more unique item on the left side, but is Dave going to go get...
No! Is he just gonna... But that might... Well, no, you know what? You know what we're doing? We're getting a nice, quick, probably a big chest check early. I mean, we have all the small keys we need. We can do everything. It doesn't matter at this point.
Yep. We just don't have that big key yet, so we can't open up the big chest.
No, we don't.
But we are going to get that firelock check. Now, I believe it was a compass and one unique item, so now's your time. We've got a good 17 plus seconds. What is the unique item going to be?
Well, we don't know because it could be here.
Oh, that's true. Okay, cross your fingers.
Yep.
Oh,
it's the book. So we are most definitely not needing to go down, but Daze doesn't know that.
Oopsie poodle.
Or he's just gonna kill himself and off we go.
Oh, nope. There's a fairy.
Well, and we're back after that little interruption of mortality.
Well, since we've got our 17-second check here... Nah, we'll go ahead and wait until it actually starts.
Yeah, no, it's gotta be time. It's gotta be time. You can't just.
Okay.
So, wait a minute. The screen starts shaking. Did you know that there were so many ideas for The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past that there was some concern over the cost of the game because of the memory involved, because this was the first 8 megabit game produced for the Super Nintendo, which is where they got the idea of the downloadable content from the Satellaview version. So many of those extra quests were simply cutting room floor elements from the original production of The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Woohoo. And that hint there was stating that our Misery Mire big key is in Turtle Rock. So this may have been a required double dip.
Oh, it most definitively double dippy do.
Uh-oh. Got a little bit of a freezing going on.
So we will just keep track.
And we're
Somehow.
back.
Excellent. So don't worry, chat. It's just for a few seconds here. Meanwhile, we got Days Cloud making their way up to Desert. Yeah, don't sweat it, chat. I promise you, the freeze disappears in just a few seconds. We'll get you through it.
And if you missed it, those were blueberries over on that wonderful desert ledge.
And Walter, once again, employing Ether to take everything out all at once. And Boots, if that key is a Dark Palace key, what do we got? TR, equally important. And a heartbeat requires the hammer? Well, guess what, game? We're still looking for it.
Uh-oh.
Now, we don't have a small key due to the right side check.
We do, I believe.
But Dave's Cloud doesn't seem to have it. Unless he did the check while we were frozen.
No, I think Walter is the only one that did it.
Yep, so again, this game changes on a dime.
Oof.
Wow. Again, just dizzying seesaw of lead changes tonight. And what do we get? Lots of little love to go around tonight. Not enough to save your life, though. Well, Walter getting their boots. Happy to put the speed in speed running. Actually, it's quite literally speed running. I'm glad I'm over the internet so you can't hit me. So we got Days, not even a retort. It wasn't even worth it. We've got Days Cloud taking advantage of the random anti-fairy, heading to the back of Desert Furtland. Mola?
Oh, it's not that I didn't have a retort, I was just saving everyone from my weird giggle.
Oh, this is fun. See, this is how you celebrate Tuesdays, right? It is, in fact, scientifically the worst day of the week. When we get a break, I'll explain why. But, oh no, it's fantastic how it works. So, we actually will have a cutscene. I can explain it. So, meanwhile, getting the last small key from the pot, and we're getting a quick fire. Oh, which direction is the big spike gonna go?
We'll find out shortly.
Oh, we got a horizontal. We're okay. So, Tuesdays are in fact the worst day of the week because they're the only one that doesn't have an identity. Monday is the first day of the week. Wednesday's hump day. Thursday, end of the week close. Friday's Friday. Weekend's weekend. Tuesday, there's more of the weekend in front of you, but it's not Monday. It doesn't know that, but we get another Dino Kitty. Oh, my night is happy.
Oh, but that ruins my chance of having my copter kitty.
Well, it's better than nothing. Well,
Very
Dino
true.
Kitty being not totally cooperative, getting his face exploded. Do we get a double? Oh, that was a nice bomb there from Days Cloud.
Very nice.
Beauty, and with Bacon Sword, it'll be a 1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes, you're out. It doesn't quite work, but work with it. At the old Dino Kitty game.
Ta-da! Now, I'm hoping that Days happens to find that desert small key, because apparently the ice rod was on the right side.
That is a very big deal for Walter.
Mm-hmm. Now, the only time we would not ever need that ice rod is if Trinex happens to be either A, in a dungeon we don't need to complete, or B, in the basement of Ganon's tower, which we don't need to pass by. Otherwise, we need that ice rod.
Well, I got roasted once for calling it the most useless rod in the game, but I still stand by that statement.
I'd vote that the worst, but it's like, all the rods are above 6 anyway, so saying it's the worst doesn't mean it's bad.
Fair enough. So we've got Days Cloud in a big hurry to go into a few rocks. Wait, there we go. Let's see where we are headed now. We're definitely doing a Hera check.
And tablet check.
Ooh, we have a book.
And
Yes,
we've
we
got
do.
keys are raining from the sky. Ooh, another turtle rock key. Nice.
Ooh. That is useful.
And I believe with one more, they can make it to our illustrious laser bridge.
That is correct. Your count is on the money. So book very much required today.
Oh, and that was a pod key on the western wing of swamps. Left side may be a good one to go with, because, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be doing that hammer jump.
No, I mean, I would love to see them do that glitch you were talking about, but...
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And meanwhile, we got Days Cloud picking up a full magic refill with full magic. It's kind of a reflex at that point. And we got Walter with his Desert Dino Kitty.
Trying to think of a witty name to call that, but I think Desert Dino Kitty is the best thing there is.
I try my best. Let's see what we get here. Just a measly compass. But that hint could be useful to us. Nope,
Oh.
Absolutely not.
Actually, I believe this is where we had our Desert Palace Smoky.
Ooh.
I think that was on
Mothula.
Miss Mothula.
Mole Moth, I'm gonna go with. And Walter, blink and you
Mothstorm.
miss it. Mothstorm. Oh, yes. You win. You win that one. So we have Walter grabbing their crystal out of desert and zipping out of there, heading towards Meyer once again.
Oh, and thank you, chat, for refreshing our memory that Desert Palace Smolky was actually hidden underneath the flute spot that was hidden from the mushroom, which was somewhere in Pod. So, Daze needs to go turn in that mushroom.
Oh my, that could be interesting, but Dave's taking down the moth. We are good to go. So the question is, where to next?
This is going to be the interesting one, because if Ether is also required for Turtle Rock, then we can get that open, check out that hint. We could go ahead and do Hookshot Cave and Super
Yeah,
Bunny
I'm looking
Cave.
Super Bunny. Yeah, I was just thinking that Super Bunny Hookshot looked like really set of checks to do right about now.
We also kind of need the hammer, so Ixnay on the Turtle Rock.
Oh, yeah, but we can make our way up. We can at least know which medallion we. And King's Tomb, he just left his heart in. So we had Walter being our Tomb Raider and not turning up much.
Poor lonely king.
Well, his heart really was 3 sizes too small. Because if only he had 3 more, he'd have a full one. Hard to say that when I'm sitting in like 92-degree heat, but there you go. Or as we Canadians say, 27.
Wow, it's 92 degrees up there? Holy cow.
Oh, it is a roasty, toasty time in Canada. But we do get access to a and there's our fire rod.
Hot diggity daffodil.
Putting the super in Super Bunny. And we are definitely getting our TR check. What medallion do we need? Oh, this is, well, the game gave us a nice little present there.
Heck yes. And we are a hammer away from item go mode. But seeing as how this is Keysanity, we still got a lot of stuff to hunt for.
And by the by, I don't know if we saw before, but Lumberjack Ledge, because we didn't have the boots before, couldn't check it. That's another Dark Palace key.
Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, and cane. Hammer and cane.
We are item close, but not key close. And there's another pod key. I keep calling it DP or pod. I guess it means the same thing. And another TR key.
We have access to Laser Bridge once we find a cane.
Again, details.
Who needs logic?
The randomizer, or else we'd soft lock every time we try to do anything.
Semantics.
So meanwhile, we just have a little shield up there on Floating Island. So, yeah, we're doing Ice Palace. That is absolutely the right play at this point. We got a Fire Rod. We got Titan. We got Hookshot. We still don't have Hammer.
Ooh, and I think Dazed is gonna go get scammed by Zora.
But who wants to make a bet right now that Hammer is an Ice Palace?
Oh, that'd be evil.
I mean, we still have the Hellway chest to check in Pod. And I don't think we have I don't think we did a big chest check yet, have we?
Nope, still haven't done the Dark Maze, still haven't checked out that big chest, so there is a couple more things we can do in Pop.
Ah, wow. So which gamble do you take? Because I mean, the nice thing about Ice Palace is that you can check literally everything, and there are quite a few chests to check there.
There are 3 that are locked behind the hammer, but the rest you can actually do fairly easily. Now, I do like what someone was pointing out in the chat here, that honestly the best thing to do right now would be to go to Skullwoods, finish that up, then do the Smith chain and do the magic.
True, and well, we can't really do hammer pegs yet, but yeah, we should definitely finish off Mothula. Get that green pendant too, because Sahasrara could have the hammer.
Ooh, yes. And hopefully after one of our guys decides to go to Skullwoods and beat that boss, we'll have a pet check.
Oh, well, we're always living in hope of ped check.
Yes.
Ooh, we have a really interesting hypothesis to have the swamp small key on ped, and then having hammer in second chest of swamp.
That is evil, and I love it.
Oh, absolutely. The more devilishly good we can be, the better.
Because remember, we are only watching these people for entertainment. And if it's easy for them, it's not entertaining.
We're already an hour and 24 in, and we've got so much more to go. Gain, hope you brought a snack or two.
Yep, now is not a time to go out and get refreshments.
So we got cursed with cash. Something I would not mind happening. Alright, let's see what the Smiths are forging today. I wonder if they have... See, if you go back in, you'll notice they have hammers.
Maybe they'll be kind enough to give us one of theirs.
Nope. They're armorers today.
I think that's actually, other than the vanilla, that's the closest I've ever seen them be. The vanilla.
That's true. So, we do have a back of Skullwoods going on Walter's screen here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Daze Cloud heading there too.
Yep, sir. That's what we're doing.
I see people in chat saying they time races like this to a good meal. Man, we wish we could join you in that, but our commentary would be kind of gross sounding.
Yeah, you really don't want to listen to us smack our lips so much. I mean, you don't listen to
Meanwhile,
us anyway, so.
We do get our Dennis Tower small key on Walter's side. And that's why we don't do it. And we, just as a reminder, Daze Cloud, the one with half magic right, this much game left to go, that's actually going to make life a lot easier.
Oh yes. Half magic is just one of those small conveniences that not everybody will go out of the way for, but oh my gosh, it's so much better to have.
Well, especially in a long seed like this. And the thief stealing our stuff today, we're going to steal that key right back from the room. And who do we have challenging us on spikes today?
Oh, please let this be an oops chaos, please. Oh my.
Oh dear.
No
Oh
potion.
yes, green, very lucky green potion. Now, do the spikes apply to cold stare here?
Thankfully, no, but you can still get hurt by them.
Thankfully is not the word I would use.
Yeah, and he just barely dodges it.
So down goes cold stare. Our reward is a key for Ganon's tower. And we have... Now you're playing with pendant power.
Huzzah!
So that adds yet another fetch quest. We have had every fetch quest tonight, folks. And if we can get a ped
yeah.
check, we will have every fetch quest. All the fetch quests.
No, Walter, go back. Appease the masses.
That is unfortunate. Especially
Dave's
if
happy
ped
to have
requires
that.
them.
Right?
So you go ahead. I assume you were saying that Daze is happy to have that happen. Absolutely. Wow, blink and you miss it. Fight on cold stare. Beautiful execution by Daze.
Really close. Let's see if he gets out his mirror. Come on, buddy.
You hold all our hopes in your hand, young man. What will be your destiny? As we wait for him to refill. His destiny is... Yes! Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Come on. We are looking... Well, what could be here?
Hammer. Oh.
We have our dedistal.
It's alright. Another day. We will have our Oops All Dungeon seed.
We may yet, depending on where that hammer is.
Very true.
We might not have a ped pull, but we'll have everything else.
Okay, now I'm hoping that we have hammer on Vidi. That would be great.
Well, assuming we even have a Vidi to fight.
Oh, that's true. The boss in Misery Mire.
I know we have to be incredibly mysterious about our bosses tonight because of that Enemizer.
I do like the fact that we get such awesome picks with these random bosses. We get 2 Helmosaurs when we've got a copious amount of bombs. We have a Cold Stare when we finally get our Fire Rod.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ice Rod not helping on Cold Stare. I mean, if it was his cousin, Hot Look, it'd be great. But I don't think Hot Look made the cut.
Sorry, I'm gonna be mute for a second while I just laugh.
Hammer! We have... It is in the purple chest.
Oh, snap. That is an excellent find.
Well, that opens up a lot. Yeah, I'm like, you got hammer, you're going to Ice Palace post-haste.
Oh, man, I hope Dave gets there quickly.
Oh, wow. Walter with that earlier, not so much early, but earlier purple chest look. Something sharp. Well,
I think we found it. Thank you, game.
I would have laughed really hard if somehow that key had glitched and been on the spike, but thankfully the game is smarter than that.
And much kinder.
Oh man, a lot of Hinox is showing up today.
Gosh, this is like that one seed that I had. Oof. See, this is why you don't play Plando games with new people, because then they will go ahead and give you the worst seeds imaginable.
Yep.
And I'm saying that as me being the new person, because I'm evil.
Fair enough. Just finding a heart container so far. I mean, it's really nice to have 12 hearts when you have no armor at all.
Oh, that's right. We haven't gotten any armor upgrades yet.
Oh yeah, so what you see is what you get for your life bar.
Oof.
And we're just moving along, singing our song, and our runners are side by side. I am such a dad joke tonight.
Getting prepped for the inevitable dad joke. That's what I'm doing.
Oh well, once the kids are there, they do come naturally. Some bombs requiring hammer, do not care one iota. Well, that's a lot easier than dealing with Stalfos.
Oh yeah. Mummies, on the other hand, not so much.
Nope, but oh, we have something digging around for that key. Come on, there we go. And of course, with a
Yeah.
lack of keys and we do this all the time anyway, our Ice Palace bomb jump.
Can he get it first try? Uh-oh.
Well, that's unfortunate. Meanwhile, we have Days getting their shovel, hopefully going to do the dig game. Not dig, well, I guess dig quest. It is kind of a game to get there. And get that Desert Palace key to get their ice rod. Meanwhile, with those, oh, this is a hard bomb.
Yeah, Walter's gotta be real careful with the timing.
Yeah, we got those wall masters coming down.
I think he's got it though. Yeah, he's good.
Just don't get grabbed. There is no fire bar, but do not get grabbed.
Yeah, those guys can be real handsy.
Yep, unfortunately. Yeah, that would just be a terrible thing to have happen to make your way back down. It is a long way back.
Oh yeah. I guess that's the reason why the developers didn't actually put wall masters in. They knew that having that many cases of, homicide in the early 90s would be a bad thing.
But you know what's a good thing? Days Cloud has their purple chest on their way to getting the hammer. Unfortunately, still missing that Desert Palace check. Because they haven't done the dig spot just yet.
Now, the plus is that I figure they're gonna be heading that way once they have the cane to do their whole double whammy of Misery Knight. Ooh, speaking of cane, there it is in Ice Palace.
Oh my!
So we're in item go mode. We are just looking for big keys now.
Which is fantabulous.
And let's see, so far we need small key to swamp, technically one more to pod, and that's... Oh, and of course the big, the most important one. Yeah, that one big key, the one important one that you kind of need to finish the game.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, just that one in particular, nothing more.
Yeah, we still haven't found it, have we?
Nope.
Wonder if we're going to get a vanilla run of it.
Speaking of, there is our hint. The big key of Evil's Bane requires the King of Samaria. So, that leaves right side Turtle Rock, the boss of Turtle Rock, the boss of Misery Nair, and GT right side.
Well, here's hoping it's a GT right side.
I so love playing the guessing game when we're in Keysanity.
Yeah, if we can do that, that is just such a great bonus.
Ooh, that was the small key to swamp right there.
Indeed we do.
Now that was a wonderful, wonderful pickup. Because that means we can now full clear swamp. So the only thing that we need, at this point is just the big key to GT. We just gotta hope it's somewhere easy.
Wow, this is quite amazing to be at 1 hour 35 minutes. Basically almost a no mode situation here.
Ooh, and Bombo's tablet having our first mail upgrade.
Oh well, again we got Days Cloud with the quality of life upgrades. But Walter's saying, quality of life? Who needs quality of life? I got speed on my side.
I'm kind of imagining, since he's playing as Grunkle Stan, he's gonna like, who needs that? I've got good speed.
We got triple Dino Kitty!
Yay! Wait, this means that Chaos Shuffle is on.
It is.
That means we could have like a dozen Helmosaurs.
Oh, this would just be a thing of beauty.
Yes.
I'm digging the pink mask.
That is a pretty awesome thing right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's the small key to Ganon's tower. There's a smash to the face. Daze Cloud about to get there. Ice Rod.
And Walter picks up $20.
My favorite item in the game. It's like the game really wants you to have them by making it like every chest.
There we go. We've got the cold Dino Kitty.
Dino Coldy?
I like it.
Or Coldy Kitty?
I mean, it was pink, so I guess we could call it Mrs. Dino Kitty.
Ooh, this just gets better and better tonight.
But then again, if this were like 200 years prior, it would be Mr. Dino Kitty.
Indeed, for our pink history lesson. Yes, it was a boy's color. It wasn't until around the 1930s or 40s that it was just changed. And because girls were actually the sky blue color for many years.
And now you know. Knowledge is power.
Well, it's a certain percentage of the battle. I think it's around 49.78.
I like it.
So we got Walther, absolutely no problem, going into Swamp. Are we gonna go mode this?
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Because there's still a lot of stuff that he may need to go for. Because, hey, if that big key hint for GT was actually behind Misery Meyer's boss, he still needs the Misery Meyer big key.
He does indeed.
And thank you for that awesome pun there, Poseidon Shadow. But I am not going to say it. I do not need that sound bit on the internet.
Oh, that is... I was gonna say, I'll read that, and that is what we call a ball of nope.
Yes, as we all know, the internet is forever.
I have fallen the victim several times. I will avoid that.
And those of us that have seen Avenue Q know what the internet truly is for.
Indeed. It's really, really great.
Oh man, I just want to start singing along.
I do
it.
too. You know, it has a lot of things, so I don't have to wait. There's always some new sight. There's always some delight.
Clicking away at the speed of light.
The internet is for rando.
Yes.
That is my answer. I am sticking to it.
Fantastic cover.
I do what I can. We got blueberries in the big chest.
Wait, no. We need to get Bob-tastic. Dr. Bob-tastic to do a cover of that. The internet is for rando.
Oh, we need that so hard. I didn't know this was a thing I needed until you said it just now.
Yes. Someone go find out where he lives. Find his rock. Awaken him.
And Daze Cloud having trouble with that same IPBJ, but making it, thank goodness. Also, having picked up that bomb upgrade, having a lot more chances. And Walter is in fact go-moding this, it looks like. Not bothering with those checks. He knows where the Key of Evil's Bane is. He's got a couple of Ganon's Tower keys. He's good to go.
Yeah, I think he's just going for the easy stuff. The convenience of such things.
Oh, can't blame him. Because these races can go... I tried this once. I think after about 3 hours, I was just about done, but exhausted, so... the fact that he's this close to finishing this, like, under 2 hours is really fantastic. We have a Trinex.
Ho 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 ho.
Oh
Alright.
my.
So let's see. What's
We have a
good version?
Binex.
But what's a swamp version?
Well, we got a Uninex now. We have Swampnex.
Wait, no. It's getting there. Hold on.
We have Tri-Swamp.
Leviathan.
Well,
Swanex, I like it.
yeah, it's gone. It doesn't matter. It blew up with far more explosions than necessary. We got a small key for Thieves. There's that Thieves Town, which we know we don't really need. Because we know we just have to do TR.
Okay. I gotta give a quick shout out to Nilsson for that. I'm going to call that boss Blastoise from now on.
That is beautiful. Nilsson, you win all the love, respect, and adoration that I have in my being right now.
And Walter giving us a quick reminder that he is indeed on an emulator.
And heaven over to Pod, which is not all surprise. We got a bucket load of keys. We got a big key. We got a hammer to play whack-a-mole as we need to.
Wow, I think this ice portion is deadlier than the fire rollers and the pin gator.
Oh wow, yeah, this is brutal. And even with that blue mail,
Nice save.
Very nice timing. So since our con artist monkey has already been paid off, we can just walk right on in.
You see, this is probably going to be better for him, unless Silvers happens to be in the Dark Maze or in the other two chests that we have locked behind keys, then this is just a quick, cash grab for the boss.
Well, and considering we already have Tempered Sword, Silvers are, again, it's a quality of life thing, but I don't see anybody specifically seeking it out. I'm sure Dave's Cloud and Walter have no problem doing silverless strats on the Big Pig.
Very true, very true.
Walter, you're basically full up. You don't need to worry about a half a heart. I'm sure you'll survive. Oh,
Don't jinx him.
That's... You see, I keep forgetting I wield the curse.
You have the power.
Can I do the loud version? Oh no, I'll probably clip.
Just like hold your microphone about 10 feet away.
And annoy everybody else in my house. Absolutely.
It's asserting dominance.
And Thief of Souls claiming I've got nothing to give. Shows what you know. Anyway, so we are at the bottom of Pod here. We've got Dave's Cloud taking on Pinky Kitty. The Sore of Coldness.
There you go.
I have my ways, and blink and you miss it. Down he goes.
And I gotta say, that is an evil, evil turtle room. We got Jazz Hand Mans and Mini Helmosaurs and... Ugh.
Well, we made it through. Only lost 4 hearts in the process. And oh, we've got a Hinox. All right, we made it through. Oh, well, this round 2 significantly easier than round 1. Don't have to go and make yourself a sandwich for this fight. Because doing this with arrows instead of the Master Sword, significantly faster.
Oh yes. And is awarded with the Burrito of Coldness.
I would have gone for a frozen burrito myself.
Yeah.
I'm all about the active voice as opposed to the passive voice whenever possible. Or I should say, the active voice is preferred by me. And you get your grammar lesson here tonight, folks. We're just having.
Oh yeah, you gotta. I mean, it's Rando. You gotta have fun.
Absolutely no surprise. We're stocking up on blue potion. Walter, no armor upgrade whatsoever.
Being
So
the
we,
smart person and restocking.
oh yeah, and also does not have the half quality of life improvement at all. We got Dazed Cloud making their way through Swamp. Walter with a definite routing lead at this point.
But honestly, that could change in a moment's notice. He is technically 2 dungeons behind, but one bad move could end up costing him.
That is true. We will find out. To say nothing of the Ganon fight itself, where we have had Ganon falls.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get to the point where you're 4th phase Ganon and, oh hey look, it's a fire bat.
Oh, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, you definitely put the color in color commentary.
I try.
So finally, for the first time this game, we get to go onto the top of TR. And we already know it's Ether, so a little bit of cold mountain air and in we go.
Now it's time to see if we get our vanilla boss in, well, in about 6 minutes.
And don't forget, we are probably going to get a reasonably full clear of this because we did get the hint that the Ganondorf Big Key is locked behind the Cane of Samaria. And, well, this entire dungeon is locked behind the Cane of Samaria, so we're doing every check.
Well, almost all of them. If you want to get technical about it, the only ones that are going to be this first 3 looky-loos here. The one behind the boss, and that's it actually. Because the hints do take into effect other variants, so Laser Bridge, Big Chest, Lava Room, those guys are not technically locked behind the cane.
Programmers and their pedantry.
It's all about the numbers.
Well, Roller Room, wow, not living up to its name and getting the most important item in the game, that single arrow.
Well, there's our unique item.
Oh my. So we are still on the hunt for that big key. Where are we headed to now? Oh, we gotta do that front side check here. Haven't done that yet.
Yep. So we got one more before we head to the boss. It's boss time.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, I guess we could go ahead and make kind of a new guessing game for the GT Big Key. If it's not in GT. Let's go ahead and make that a fun guess. We'll do kind of a new version of this. You can go ahead and guess whether it's going to be on the Turtle Rock boss, on the Misery Mire boss, or somewhere in right side Ganon's Tower. We've only got the 3 checks at this point, but hey, better to guess now instead of wasting the time.
Well, I think I'm going to speak on behalf of all of chat and say, I want to see back of Mire.
Oh yeah, this has to be an Oops All Dungeon seed.
And it would be if that big key is on Vitreous location. Oh, that would just be delightfully lovely.
And if that happens to be it, then we have a new hunt. Where's the Mire Big Key?
We do! And remember how we go-moded Swamp?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if we also still have the big chest down in Thieves Town.
Yarp. Now, hold on. I believe we got a hint earlier that the left side of Swamp was a pod small key and I think a heart piece. So we're clear there. But we do got Thieves Town Big Chest. I think we've got... what else do we have? We've got Dark Room a pod. The Harmless Hellway, and the first locked keyed chest. I always forget what that is. The map? The compass?
I can never remember. Yeah, whenever it's marked, if I'm having a particularly bad day and I quit and go to spoiler log, and it says where something is, and it says it's on Compass Desk. I'm like, that does not help me. I have not played the vanilla game, and I don't remember the last time.
I think it's actually 3 bombs in the vanilla. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, I don't remember my vanilla anymore at this point. At least for compass and map. I remember where all the big keys are, though.
I think I vaguely remember because I ran NMG the other day by accident, thinking it was a randomizer.
And you're realizing, wait a minute, this isn't randomized at all.
Oh yeah, I decided to join last second. They're like, okay, you ready? I'm like, I'm waiting for the seed. And it's like, no, this is NMG, dude. Launch your, Ooh, we've got ourselves a moth boss.
We had ourselves a moth boss.
Where'd it go?
Oh, we got nothing. But we also have our 5-6 crystal. We could still do a pyramid fairy check.
Ooh, that's true. That's another look for our Misery Mire Big Key if it's necessary. So now
I would probably go there first. It's a fast, easy check. And we did finish Ice Palace and Turtle Rock in this order, which gives us the wonderful cold hard logic to do so.
Ooh, no, he's gonna go straight over to GT and bet that it's on right side. Oh, this is a gamble.
Well, not a terrible one. I mean, he's got enough GT small keys to make it happen.
Well, that's true. I mean, there are 5 chances here. We've got Tile Room and the Foreign Compass Room. So one of those 5 could be the big key.
So, what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be an early night? Or is it going to be the Extendamix? What are we gonna have? Walter obviously going straight over to right side.
I'm kind of hoping that we get a big key over on the right side, but it's
For Misery Mire.
No, not Misery Mire.
Oh.
Ice Palace. Make it be like, oh, you think it's something useful? Nope.
Oh, I love how your mind works. Now, could it also be in Tile Room?
Yes, it can be in Tile Room, so it's kind of silly that he's skipping it, but at the same time, he can just always come back.
We will find out. Which you could also say about every randomizer. I guess we'll find out by attrition.
Eventually.
Alright, in the meanwhile, bumpers are easier than Gibdos, I suppose. But in only their sort of way. Very cool launching of the Samaria. Whoa, well, unfortunately, we got what we were looking for on the right side. Might as well just check while we're here. And we get our armor. Oh, well. At this point, unless something incredibly catastrophic happens, it looks like Walter has a commanding lead at this point.
Oh, yeah. Now, it's not to say that he can't fall again in a couple of times. It can happen.
But, again, we are currently a dungeon... Actually, we're 2 dungeons ahead at this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anybody who's crazy enough to even attempt Keysanity has to be of a certain caliber.
Yeah,
I'm feeling pretty confident. So, let's do a little bit of retrospective here. Where would you say was the turning point? Because we had tons of lead changes tonight. Where did it really tip to Walter's side of the equation?
I want to guess that it was actually him going to Zora's Ledge. No, I wouldn't say that. It was him turning in the mushroom to get the shovel to get the small key to desert, which gave him the ice rod, which let him do go mode when he ended up going through all the other motions.
He also did an earlier purple chest, so he had the hammer about 7 or 8 minutes ahead of Daze Cloud, which also is a huge difference maker because he was able to plow through a lot more places a lot quicker. So, meanwhile, we got Walter making our way through the gauntlet, not really gauntlet-y so much at this point.
But just more of a nuisance, really?
So, what do you think we're going to get in our Len Molas room tonight?
Oh, I hope we get another Trinex under Land Molas, because I so want to see that lava shell.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Let's see what we're getting. That mini Moldorm truly being a mini troll. But without any lasers, oh, Walter down to 2 hearts. Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
the blue potion. I'm not surprised.
Play it safe there, buddy.
Making the way through the last room of the gauntlet. Again, in name only. And we got one more. There we go, little poke strat. Pokey pokey, off we go-y. And we do have an anti-fairy, opting not to bother.
Ooh.
We have
That's a very weird looking worm.
Is he smaller, or is it just my... I don't know, it's too late, I missed it.
No, I think it's just the room. I think he's the same size, he just has an extra eyeball.
That was a neat optical illusion. Anyway, let's see what we get. Oh,
Ooh.
this is an interesting room.
That's kind of painful.
Yeah, we can't use our standard strats. Time to improvise with fire.
Got a
believe
problem?
when in doubt, use
Set him
fire.
on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's a life lesson to learn and memorize. Got a problem? Light it on fire.
Now here, of course, it'd be great to have something like Bombos just to take everything out in one fell swoop. Because you're going to get bodied pretty hard because of these spikes.
What in the world are those drops?
Oh, that's Bob's cousin Ned.
Poor Ned.
Yeah, he's had better days. Oh, Ned's just showing up everywhere tonight.
Oh, God.
Well, this is what happens when you have palette swap, and basically this is... At this point, the game is kind of held together by spit and bubblegum.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Because frankly, that's also what the drops look like. I love the shadow, which is actually the top of another enemy sprite. Yeah, this is just falling apart tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like as you get further in the Keysanity, that is a beautiful bomb.
Uh-oh, Dazed Cloud got the Misery Mire big key.
Oh, no.
I hope they didn't get the hint about the big key, because that way they don't end up going to Misery Mire.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to think what he could be looking for at this.
A double Tridorm. Interesting.
Well, this is the first vanilla boss we've had.
Vanilla-ish, at least.
Oh, coloring. And let's see, is he going to grab Moldorm's treasure? Yes, the final humiliation of...
The vanilla 20 rupees.
Oh man, vanilla boss. Vanilla rupees. I'm disappointed.
Is this even randomized?
No, but it's beautifully messed up.
Oh man, Turtle Rock having all the big keys that aren't necessary.
And let's hope Dazed Cloud realizes that. Meanwhile, we got Walter doing the trigonometry test.
Gets a good double.
You like our double-doubles? Let's see what else we get. 1, 2... Oh, no, just a single. Single and a blue ball. And a missed opportunity there.
Come on, you can do it. Ooh, there's another one.
Meanwhile, we got Dazed Cloud making her way through the dark maze area at the bottom. TR. Okay, we're all just really pulling that he recognizes he does not have to do anything other than make their way to Ganon's tower. But meanwhile, we've just finished Ganon's tower. Down goes Agatu. Out comes transparent pig face bat thing.
Whooshy whooshy.
Alright, so... Unless we get... Oh! We get a flying Helmasaur bubble pig thing! Oh, this
my.
just gets better.
I love palette swap. Ooh, and Dazed finds silvers on Laser Bridge. That's gonna make his Ganon fight a little bit easier.
And I agree with Ganon. We are absolutely meant to have midnight snacks. That's why we have a light in the fridge. And as a Canadian, we get all the chip flavors. Cheesy garlic bread lays, best chip flavor ever.
Oh, I so want that.
Oh, you do, because holy cow. But not holy cow, holy pig, Walter making their through the Ganon fight. Nice, quick, easy peasy, bacon squeezy.
I'm wondering if that would taste like orange juice. Fresh squeezed pig.
I think I threw up in the back of my mouth a little. Thanks so much, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Ganon with all the teleportation.
You are most welcome.
We got 3 out of 4.
Whoop, and here comes the spins. Let's see, we only need 12. And hopefully a torch glitch.
Oh, we're definitely getting that torch glitch, because you need that, especially because we don't have half magic today.
Oh good, and Dazed heading over. Let's see if he goes right side.
Well, did he get the hint?
We'll find out here shortly. Ooh, Walter picking up a really good early one with the flame rod. He's gonna get a triple. Very nice. That timing is very particular.
Oh, we've got a beautiful silverless Ganon fight tonight. Definitely digging this.
Very nice. I think that's just 2 more hits required.
I believe we're up to 10. That should be 11. We should be seeing explosions. Nope.
Oh, I think
One
that's
off?
11. Oh no, that was 11. Okay, I think we're 1 off now. There we go. All right, and get your GGs in chat for Walther. Number 4.
All he has to do is cross the treacherous 3x1 bridge, and as soon as he does, we can tell you that Walther has finished in 2nd place tonight with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Not that much further behind our 1st place finisher tonight of Salty Fry, who finished with a time of 2:01:15. And just sniping our 3rd place finisher, Matt7898, who finished with an SRL time of 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 1 second. GG's to all of our finishers thus far. Let's see if we can get Walter for in chat.
And that tile room image was really cute and kind of weird.
So is the return of Hyrule King. This is all just sit up. that's what we have for a priest nowadays. I'm done. I'm done.
No comment.
So while we're waiting to find out if Walter wants to show up in chat, we've got Daze Cloud getting the big key. Not bothering to get that extra mail. He just wants to nope out of there and get moving. Meanwhile, we've got Daze Cloud continuing to make their way up GT, dealing with some baby Helma Kitties. And we've got the bully who looks kind of like a slug thing making a friend. And your uncle is most definitely dead. Because
and apparently picks locks.
Yeah, and because he woes from his grave. Oh, and it looks like we have Walter in our commentator's booth tonight. GG's to you.
Yo, GG's. Who rolled this yet again?
We're going to place them in the witness protection program for their own safety.
Yeah, this was a wild one.
It was.
Yeah,
It was really wild to watch too. I can tell you that just from you guys on stream, the lead changed like 8 or 9 times in that first hour and a bit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, no, but you happen to do some great routing with getting that early mushroom to do that whole fetch quest, to get that Desert Palace key, to get your ice rod, and you were also first to get your purple chest. So, walk us through your routing here.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot that the mushroom ended up being required. Where was the mushroom?
Pod.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, like, the only thing about my routing that I really didn't like was me saving and quitting from Hype Cube. Because as soon as I did that, I was like, oh wait, Swamp has 1 item. And I was like, it's probably fine. And then a little bit later, I was like, okay, it's probably this one. But otherwise, I felt like my routing kind of like it felt like it did good choices, but I might not always been paid off. Like I wanted to avoid Hyrule Castle, for example, because we got that early key, so I was not already thinking it might be an Agassiz. So the only thing I didn't do before going to the castle was like Sora, right? And it's just unfortunate that the small key was on there. Or like with skipping Uncle early, I guess, kind of hurt when Armus was the boss in Eastern.
Yeah, those Armos nights, eh?
Yeah, I generally don't like doing Uncle route, like Uncle start in Enemizer, because you don't have any equipment and you don't know what's going to be in there. Like sometimes you might just be faced with like double pokies and you have no way of getting one of the chests.
But Rando's gonna Rando, and yeah, well, we actually had a nice little coffee break during that arm. But good on you for not noping out of there and just using that Master Sword to take care of business.
Yeah, Master Sword kind of sucks against that boss because you don't want to do Master Sword slashes because they don't deal almost any damage whatsoever. It's kind of weird how the Master Sword works against a lot of the light world bosses.
Yeah,
So
we were
like
trying to remember.
Fighter Sword would have been better to have, honestly.
Yeah, we were actually trying to remember. Do you remember exactly how many each one of them would take with that Master Sword? We were trying to remember.
If you do it Master Sword, I think it's like plus 40 something if you only do slashes per Armos.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
Like it's basically like using the boomerang, I think. So that's why I just try to do like spins or pokes.
Now, the other thing we got to see were some pretty devious hints. The idea of the Genisar Big Key being hidden behind Cane of Samaria. We were thinking that there's a lot of evil possibilities with that.
Yeah, I was like a little bit afraid of that, but I was like, there's 4 items in Turtrock that requires Cane of Samaria in terms of the hints, and then there's like 5 in GT, and then 1 in Meyer. So I was like, if it's in Meyer, well, then it sucks, I guess. I did pull up the SRL race room right as I entered Ganon's tower and saw that no one had finished, so that kind of spooked me because I was like, oh, it's probably Meyer then, because why have no one else finished yet?
Well, because while you did place second, not by much. It was a great close race amongst everybody running tonight.
Yeah, I guess there was just so many items in bad locations, so it's hard for someone to just like God rot this one.
Now, just to let everybody know, we have had a couple of quick finishers since Walter finished here. Goomba 90 has finished in 4th place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 6 seconds. And that's all we've gotten so far. This has been a really tough seed. So, Walter, you weren't wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I took my first death sub 1 minute, so...
So you weren't the only one. Those rollers in the light world, nothing. And frankly, you also didn't even have armor for most of the run either. So when you had 12 hearts, you only had 12 hearts for most of that run.
Yeah, which is, yeah, I was kind of hoping to get either, like, male upgrade or half magic. Half magic goes a long way, especially since we got, like, early cape.
And actually, half magic was available fairly early in the game.
Oh, was it in the back of his town?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm kind of... That's a good trade. I didn't want to go back there, especially since I didn't have hammer or the key. So it's just gonna hold that off until I found them, and when I actually did find them, I had a lot of better options.
Well, if you don't mind just holding the phone for a moment, we have Daze Cloud taking down Agatu on his way to the Big Pig. And we got our wonderful glitchy bat making their way down.
I did want to ask real quick though, Walter, during the pod entry, when you were looking at that big old spike in the face, how confident were you about getting that hammer yet?
Not at all. I was like, I can give it a couple of tries, but I'm pretty sure it was too bad they placed to, like, if I had more magic, maybe I could have like placed the bomb real quick and then like just done the positioning while having the cape on. But I thought that was very unlikely to happen.
Now, one thing I was expecting to happen, I've seen this once, back during one of the qualifier runs with Dante, he had shown how to do the fairy hover glitch, where you basically bomb yourself across a gap with one heart, revive yourself, and it gives you a platform. I believe that actually works with the hammer jump as well, and I was hoping we would actually get to see that in your situation.
Yeah, well, I'm not very consistent with hovering. I can do it, but not very consistent. So, also I don't have boots, so like it's kind of hard to hover without the boots.
Semantics. But good try nonetheless. I was really hoping that you would get that bomb jump just to prove that spike rollers are evil and just nonsensical.
Yeah, but there always tends to be like spikes on that bridge for some reason.
And I'm just going to pause this conversation to let everybody know that Dazed Cloud has taken down the Big Pig, making their way across the treacherous 3x1 bridge.
And it looks like our SRL bot has kind of died, so we're just going to call this Dazed Cloud finishing, let's see, this would be 5th place. We're going to estimate a time of 2:12:44 until we get an actual clarification on that.
Because we actually had a couple of runners finish immediately after the .done was placed in our chat here, with Chloe Prower and Dracaris also finishing in a dead heat. So it'll be very interesting to see what those times are going to be. But GG's to everybody here. And while we have a moment, as we hopefully can get Dazed Cloud into the commentator's booth, a giant shout out to Edium for doing the most incredible of tracking tonight. Tracking any kind of races is tricky enough, but a Keysanity, hooey, I think, as the kids say. Edium, you are the boss of bosses, and we thank you so much for helping us to be able to do our jobs on commenting tonight by tracking everything for us. Big shout outs to you tonight.
Yeah, GG's to all of you making the restream happen.
For sure. This is where I'll just take a moment to say that any support that you guys can give us is helpful. Your tweets, your bits, your subs, all help to keep the lights on here at the Speed Gaming Network. And it looks like we have Dazed Cloud in the commentator's booth. GG's.
Hey, GG. And GG there, Walt.
Yeah, GG did.
That thing was nuts.
Right? Now, I gotta ask you there, Dazed, when you decided to go through the Village of Outcast route, doing all that fun stuff, doing the Smith, did you think, best not to get the purple chest right now, do some other checks, or did you forget about it?
It was kind of a 50-50 in my mind. It's like I either go north and hit all of the boots checks into the witch's hut and then come back and do the other side, or I go down. And yep, turns out play. But you know, it was just kind of like I was sitting there kind of going, there's no good way to do all of it, unfortunately, right there. I was thinking maybe if I up to the witch's place and from like Dark World and then curl all the way around, I can do it faster. But it was just like I don't think there's a good way to do it, so I went with that, and it didn't work. A good deal.
Gotcha. So basically, just poor circumstance in this case. Because I figured that kind of routing would actually work a little bit better if we had something in Graveyard Ledge or King's Tomb of Use. But thankfully, that witch's play did turn out, because it led you to the shovel and then over to the Desert Palace Smoky, which in turn gave you that wonderful ice rod.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, I'm going this way. Maybe I should just go ahead. And I'm thinking to myself, this is probably just going to lead me to like a heart and 10 arrows or something. I was like, oh, hey, ice rod. Okay, never mind. This is good now.
And since we had two of the bosses that we fought Trinex, that was a pretty good find, honestly, and an opportunity.
That saved me from having to wander around looking for the thing, so that was always kind of good. Anytime I play Keysanity, I'm always a little bit more likely to make overworld checks than dungeon checks, just because it seems like there's something hiding in the world there that you got to go ahead and try to find somewhere. It's tricky.
Oh yeah. Now, as far as the hints go, did you get that one about the GT Big Key being locked behind the Canis Maria?
Yep. That's the reason why I went ahead and checked all of Turtle Rock, because technically that's all locked behind the Cane of Samaria.
Actually,
Oh,
really
we
fun
had that
stuff.
conversation, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Please feel free to set the record straight on that one.
Okay, what's the thing?
Technically, there's only 4 of those items that are locked behind the Canis Maria. The first 3 in the beginning, and the boss itself.
Because technically speaking, once you're past that opening room, everything else is just wandering around.
Yeah, it's because
It's so
the
pedantic.
hints takes inverted. Yeah, the hints works. It's basically the same hints for inverted too. So in inverted, you can get all of those without the Canis Maria.
Okay. Well, I got silvers out of it.
I was gonna say it paid off for you because you got silvers.
What chest was the silvers in?
Oh, the very last one of Laser Bridge, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought about doing Laser Bridge, but I was like, nah, let's just skip it.
And we were kind of rooting for you there. Because when you decided to go to the right with that hint, I mean, you've got a 1 in 5 chance it's going to be in tile room anyway, but seeing as how it sadly didn't pay off, it would have been better to go to the compass room exactly, which I think is what Walter would have done if he didn't find it in those first 4 chests. But what was your idea of, okay, I'm going to take the time just to do tile room first and then continue, versus doing those 4 and then mirroring back if it didn't happen to work out?
Oh, I feeling it.
That works.
There was really no there. I mean, yeah, technically I should have gone to the 4 first, but I mean, if it's there, from having to do the rest, but
yeah, I mean, to be fair, our daily earlier happened to have the big key in tile room, so wasn't that big thing there.
And if
figured
you got
chat might like it. Oh, hey, look, I finally finished the race.
Hey, there we go. We got an official time of 2:19:42.
Okay, I dispute that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we have, yeah, I was gonna say, because we have Nifboy finishing in 6th place, a second behind you. But
and Chloe's didn't go through.
Oh, we got a few of them that didn't, unfortunately. But we do have a few that do work. If I can just interject very quickly, we have Frostbite 3030 finishing in 6th with a time of 2:19:43. Dracaris finishing in 8th with a time of 2:19:50. I don't think these are right here.
They aren't, but we'll get the placements.
All right, we got D Demolisher in 9th place for sure.
And I love that comment. Can we get an Enemizer setting that's no chain chomps, please?
Yeah, there was a lot of them early on, wasn't it?
Oh god, okay, when you guys saw that in Aga Tower, you saw the 3 flame rollers in the middle, the chain chomp up top, and the chain chomp on the... Was your idea to go ahead and muscle through it, or just be like, nope?
I just tried to, well, as good as I could at least, just try and hopefully damage boost for the fire bars, right? So I only take 1 heart instead of 4, but also did have a fairy, so I wasn't too concerned. But I mean, you never know what's at the top of the tower, though. The one thing, the one enemy that annoyed me the most, though, was the Wallmaster at the bomb jump in Ice Palace.
Oh, that thing was awful.
Yeah, no, we had some interesting troubles on both sides, and actually, Dave's Cloud picked up the bomb. You picked up the extra bomb capacity upgrade at the ferry right beforehand. Turned out to be a really smart move on your part. Because on Walter's side, it got pretty close. I think you were down to what, like 2 hearts and 3 bombs left, something like that.
Yeah, halfway, like on my way to the bomb jump, I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, I should have probably bought the capacity before going in here.
I've played enough Enemizer, especially with pallet shuffle, that ice pallets bomb jump is just about steps more difficult for some reason, and it just so I kind of make a habit if I've got extra cash, I'll take the 2 seconds and run up and grab 5 more bombs just in case.
A very good idea tonight for sure. Oh, this was quite a seed.
I'll say. You guys have any last comments or anything you'd like to say about this wonderful seed that you went through?
I don't know. GG's Dazed, and GG's everyone making the restream happen. And yeah, thanks.
Yep, pretty much the same for me too. GG's Walt. Yeah, it was a good time. Had fun.
Well, I'm glad you guys were able to go ahead and join the race. It's always a pleasure seeing really good runners on Restream, especially during crazy seeds like this. Enemizer's always a hoot when you're not playing and just enjoying other people's pain and but to everyone watching and enjoying, please give these guys a follow. They have earned it. They are awesome runners and definitely worth watching. Also give a quick check to our tracker Idiom 2. He's also a runner of Link to the Past, does a lot of other fun stuff too, so if you're ever bored and want to check out his channel, feel free. Mr. The Bass Beast, I take it you've also got yourself a wonderful channel?
I do indeed have a wonderful channel. Not as active as I would like to be, but if you ever want to check out either some randomizer attempts or join in a game of Madverse City, you're welcome to come join me over there.
And I am dead to the world, so don't even bother checking me. But thanks again to everyone that stopped by. As far as the rest of the schedule goes for tonight, we are pretty much closing up shop, but feel free to check us out tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got our SG Live Ocarina of Time Rando Qualifier, race number 13, happening at 1:15 p.m. on the Speed Gaming Prime channel. And we've also got our SG Live Link to the Past Randomizer Qualifier number 15 happening at 8 p.m. later tomorrow. If you guys are not aware, SG Live is this wonderful event that's happening in, what is that, Herndon? Somewhere in Virginia. We'll go
Somewhere
ahead
near
and...
DC. I think they said somewhere around Washington.
Yeah, I can't pronounce because I don't English freak. And of course the bot isn't working. But it's from October, what is that, 23rd to the 27th, I believe?
Yeah, somewhere around the end of October.
And it's awesome because not only are we going to have tons of awesome events to take part in, if any of you runners want to give it a shot, feel free to drop on by, grab a ticket, and enter for a chance to win a $3,000 cash prize in both Ocarina of Time Randomizer, Link to the Past Randomizer, and a couple other randomizers as well as some smaller prizes and a lot more. Feel free to click the link in our channel for information on scheduling, ticket prices, and all that fun stuff. And again, thank you very much for giving us the time to enjoy this race. And any last words, Beast?
Just echoing you, thank you again so much to our restreamed runners, Days Cloud and Walter. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to join us on the Discord. Everybody in this community is absolutely amazing. If you're not already chatting with us, you definitely should. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, you are, as always, an honor and a privilege.
Appreciate that, and it's great talking with you again. It's always great to go ahead and have a somewhat of a straight man for my funny. But thanks again, everybody. We will see you all next time.